So, morning lads, I'm just back from night's a night session, so I'm going to up and get a couple hours sleep. I'm absolutely shot. Um, so I went to a local estuary mark right up into the back um, um, because it holds quite a bit of water up there, and I thought I'll get in and I'll catch them just as they're coming out. And so I climbed into the marsh or whatever, and I got into the water, and I was just admiring my surroundings. The moon had just come out. It's only a half moon, but you could see, and I could hear the curlews calling and everything, and I was just starting to settle down and get peaceful. I thought, Jesus, this is beautiful. And next thing I started to hear bass slurping or smashing stuff on the surface, and I thought, what is going on here? So I tried every surface lure I had in the box, every size of Z-Claw, Chappie, Pachinko, you name it. Little feed popper, big feed popper. Didn't want it on the top. Then I turned over and I started to fish. Uh, so I've been shooting some new laminate versions of the power slide, which have been coming out really nicely. So I started fishing the sand eel imitations. They weren't working. I fished weedless paddle tails. They weren't working. So for a long time I've been wondering about creature baits at night and how they'd fish. So I put up that fella there now. That's the battle hog from Raid, right? So that's the 3.8 inch camera. Behave yourself. That's a 3.8 inch creature bait, right? It's a substantial bait. I fished it on a 3.0 decoy. Is it the Diablo head? You know, the one with the curved up nose, and you know the one I'm talking about anyway. So a 2.0 is probably a better fit, but I like a 3.0 because it sits right here. The hook point sits right here at the joint, and you get a better hookup ratio, right? So to start with, I cast into the weeds, obviously, and I just fished it static, and I got a couple of rattles, but no take. So I pulled the lure back, came back clean, no weed on it, and so I loaded it up with a bit of Halco scent. I threw it back in basically the same spot, and straight away I was into a fish. And I just kept hitting fish, I kept hitting fish, I kept hitting fish until the water was gone. And by the end of the evening, I don't know, I had somewhere in the region of 15 bass. Now they were all mid-50s, but still great sport, especially on the light rod. I mean, just absolutely super sport. So it goes to show you, A, creature baits are super effective at night time, and B, the Halco scent is as good as I thought it was. I mean, it makes the difference between a take and no take, or a little tap and an absolute full on. Like, I mean, the fish were hooking themselves, they were hitting the bait that hard. So yeah, so it was just really nice to see that, you know, something I've been saying all along, that these things are really worth looking into, turned out to be true. So I was really pleased with that. I'm also really impressed with that bait from Raid. I mean, it's just, you know, I know there's a lot of talk about the Nico craw, and I like the Nico craw as well, don't get me wrong, and I will fish the Nico craw. I have them on the way in there now, but in stock at the minute I have two different types of battle hog, and they are absolutely killer, and they're fairly hardy as well now. I mean, I don't want to ruin the bait and tug it, but you can see, look, I mean, that's good thick hard plastisol, you know. So even a wrasse, I'd say, I'd manage a couple of fish on it. I must actually go and do a bit of wrasse fishing, because there's some big old wrasse on our coastline, and those fellas do some scrapping, so I might go and do a little bit of drop shotting, you know, and just waggle one of those in around the rock ledges and in tight. you'd pick up some really big, decent fish. So nice to get that many fish, especially in you know, kind of an easterly airflow, which you expect, you know, that expert knowledge says, you know, don't fish in an easterly, right? Well, it goes to show what they know. But yeah, just turned out to be a really good night's fishing, you know. So a couple of exciting announcements. So we have a new website on the way for Copper Coast Lures, and VAT will be deducted at source now for UK customers. So that makes you competitive in the UK market. You might get hit with a little bit of import duty, but not a whole lot. So I'll be able to pick back up on the UK trade. It's up to the English government to impose the tax, so I'll be knocking the 23% off at source, and I leave it to the UK authorities to deal with VAT at their end. Yeah, anything else? No, that's pretty much it. I mean, we've been getting some really solid fishing, you know. The power slide has just been out fishing itself. I've lost track. I think it's 5 or 6 70s now at this point, in just a few weeks that it's on the market. It's going to be available now to buy on the site direct, so you don't have to contact me. Whatever colours are available will be up there online. Like, I'm only a little one-man show, just shooting lures. I've only got a small mould at the minute, so I'm waiting on molds to arrive. Once those arrive, production will go up, so I can only shoot what I can shoot, you know what I mean? I have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of energy. Laminates obviously are going to be a bit more expensive because they're more time consuming, right? It takes me twice as long to shoot laminates as it does to shoot solid colours, and yet I'm only charging €1 extra. So like, realistically the price is €10 a packet, but the government takes 23% off me, so I have to charge €12.50. But if I had my way, if there was no VAT, I'd charge €10. And the plastisol, the colour, the glitter, all the equipment, it's not cheap. Like, it'll be a long time before I'm in profit. But I have a couple of other designs on the way. I have some small paddle tails and stuff that I think are badly needed. You know, I think a lot of the baits we're fishing are far too big for the size of the bait fish. So I have a few ideas that I'm brewing, and hopefully I'm getting my hands on a 3D printer, so I might start making a few hard lures as well. I have a couple of designs there for needlefish and other styles of lures that I think could do very well. So so that's it for this morning, lads. No, I'm tired, actually, to be honest with you. I've been out fishing all night. I just thought I'd update you on creature bait fishing at night. I just thought it was really interesting, you know, that like they'd hit it without the scent, but the minute you put the scent on, they didn't just hit it, they just took off with it. They just picked it up and they were gone. Like, they were just straight runs, and I was just having to give them a little tip and set the hook. And again, fishing barbless hooks, like, the hook just falls out of them, you know. You're doing them very little damage. They're going back fit and healthy, which is the main thing, right? Because we're all about conservation at Copper Coast Lures. Like, we have a savage head of bass in this country, and the thing to do is to maintain it. Now, fellas think we don't because they're not catching from the shore at the minute, but they just don't understand where the fish are feeding and the different types of fish we have. We have estuarine fish, we have coastal fish. The coastal fish are probably a good way out, and they're only coming in the night time. So if you want to catch them, you want to be either on the beaches or the rocks or wherever you know they are in the night time. That's where you want to be, right? I mean, it's August now, So, you know, for me, it's usually open beach fishing. In that respect, I got in the Down Baloney 140, and it is as good as I thought it would be. First day out of produced fish, right? So I have no doubt. I mean, Fish Us to me are the most innovative European company when it comes to sea bass fishing. I can't wait to get down to Spain in November now and get stuck into some really decent fish with their kit, you know. Bluefish, leerfish, barras, some tunny, some big sea bass. I'll be fishing down around Tarifa, and I might even go around as far as Portugal. If I have the van got by then, I might go over on the ferry in Santander and just work my way down the Galician coast, down to the house, just down the Costa, spend a few days fishing in around the Costa and Tarifa and that, and then make my way back up or whatever. Either way, I don't want to shut that. I won't want to shut the business, so I'll only be going for 5 or 6 days, but it'll be a fun trip nonetheless. So looking forward to that. But just loads happening. Everything seems to be falling into place very nicely. But I have to tell you, there was a lot of hard work went into it, and there was a lot of hard work went into it when I wasn't a well man. So it just goes to show you, you know, you get out what you get back what you put out, you know. And you know, I've always tried to look out for those who have less than me, and I've looked after a good few young lads for fishing kit and all the rest. And we have a winner for the for the contest. I announced it there on Instagram. Hang on, I can't remember the chap's name now. I've had like a sieve since COVID. Let me check on my own stories, it'll tell me. Just a quick announcement there. The winner of the contest is Lure Fisher Ireland. So Lure Fisher Ireland. Well done, man. Well done. You have a nice bundle of soft plastics on its way to you. So I hope you enjoy those, man, and hope you catch many fish on them. So that's it from me today, guys. As I say, hope you're all well, tight lines, and keep on casting. Talk soon.